that got a response from almost 500 people who are wanting to attend it, but we decided to restrict it only to our members and certain few invites, so that Raviji, Nupurji, and the people who are attending today can actually get a chance to interact with each other. So this is not going to be like a typical webinar today. It will be more of a open discussion session. At the end, probably around 4:30 to 5, we will have almost half an hour for open discussion. So before I introduce and hand it over to our today's speakers, I would like to take this opportunity to also discuss a little bit about our chamber. Many of you might be already familiar, but the ones who are not, I would like to take this opportunity to also describe things, what our chamber has been doing. So we were founded around 5 months back, officially launched on March 1st, 2021. And more details can obviously be found on our website at csmb.org.in. And we are also very active on all our social media sites, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And majority of our webinars and other programs, I think around 50 plus videos, trainings and webinars are also available on our YouTube channel at CASMB India. We have more than 1,000 subscribers, I think around 1,100 subscribers with almost 5,000 plus views. So if you have missed any of our sessions, feel free to see them on our YouTube channel. So our chamber was founded with a mission to work closely with all stakeholders for the advancement of micro, small and medium businesses. Okay, sorry. Especially due to COVID, the MSME sector has taken probably a bigger hit than some of the other bigger companies. So we are striving hard to help them, handhold them, and take them to the next level. We also want to make the MSMEs more and more resilient and make them a much stronger backbone of Indian economy. That's our mission, vision statement. Many of you may think, why this chamber with so many chambers already out there? So as we all know, MSMEs, the micro, small, medium enterprise, contributes almost 30% to the Indian GDP and more than 48% to the manufacturing exports. And it also employs 11 crore people. And that's precisely why it's called the backbone of the country. On December 20th, back then the Honorable Minister for MSME was Shri Nitinji Gadkari. He had given us all of a challenge, the MSMEs as well as people like us who are helping the MSMEs, to increase this contribution to GDP from 30 to 40% and to exports, manufacturing exports from 48 to 60%. And if we are able to do this, obviously MSME segment can add another 5 crore jobs in next 5 years. And that's why a lot of like-minded people came together, and late 2020, with an official launch on March 1st, 2021, we founded this chamber with a single target in mind to empower the MSME entrepreneurs to achieve the next level of success. We have listed out few objectives, and already a lot of work has been done in this aspect, where we want to represent MSMEs in various sectors, in various forums. In fact, we also gave our inputs to the PLI scheme as well as the PMFME scheme. We are also going to represent our chamber with regards to, and Arpita ji is also here, where we want to talk about the GSTs that have been levied on different food products. So we are trying to make a mark and pose the problems faced by MSME sectors to the bureaucrats as well as the political circles. We are also trying to empower the farmers to become entrepreneurs. And in fact, we have a series going on every Wednesday, where based on the one district, one product, we have experts who come in and talk about processing in food sector. So we had one session on fish farming on last Wednesday. Coming Wednesday, we have a session on rice processing, because the Vidarbha districts have been given rice as a product. So all the 36 districts, based on the products that have been assigned, we are running a series which is on YouTube live. You can watch it live on Thursdays at Wednesdays at 7 p.m. or they are also there after the session, so you can watch them. We are also trying to bring a convergence of academic research. If you have missed any of our sessions on technologies, like there were a couple of speakers who spoke about dehydration technologies, jaggery processing, turmeric processing. So a lot of these technology related topics, government schemes, be it MOFPI schemes or the package scheme incentive in Maharashtra. We have broad experts who have beautifully described most of these schemes. We are also trying to ensure that SMEs can compete in the global market, and we are creating a lot of forward linkages for them. Some of them, I think Sunil Tembeji is here, who's working on that initiative. And through different training and development programs, we are trying to build the capacity of our SME members. We are also already started an innovative study tour kind of a thing, where every Sundays at around 11 a.m. From a farm or a factory, we conduct a 1 hour kind of a tour. So it's not a virtual tour, it's a real tour, but only online. So the entrepreneurs or the startups, they show their companies through a video camera, and a lot of our members can actually interact with him live. So it's not really virtual, it's a online, but a live tour. We are very fortunate to have a strong advisory board as well as a very good management team. Professor Smita Lele, Dr. Prabodh Halde, Dr. Prakash Kondekar, I think he has joined today. Dr. K.D. Kamble, who's a retired joint CEO of KVIC, I think he has also joined here today. And Professor Pramod K. Raghav, Pro-President at Jayati Vidyapith Women's University. We also have a very active core team with me being the president, Umesh Kamble as the Secretary General. And we have tried to allocate different heads so that we want to take many activities, and some of them I'll be talking about in next few slides. And I'm very happy, I think Prashant Naigawkar sir has also joined, Rupa madam has also joined, and most of our core committee members have taken out the time to join us here today. So these are some of the initiatives which I feel a lot of our members and others who are also attending can take benefit out of. Most of our knowledge series trainings are being conducted free of cost and are typically available on YouTube for later viewing also. We have also started a startup buddy program where a lot of hand-holding mentorship is being given to different startups. Again, this is a free of cost thing. We are also launching shortly a food tech Pathshala as an e-learning portal, where it will be like some of the other famous e-learning portals that are out there, but predominantly focusing on food-related topics. We also have created a chamber investor network, and I'm very happy to tell you that a few of our startups have gotten funded through this network, and like today's initiative is part of that network, where Samunati also, and I'm sure they will describe about their products, they do fund startups, especially in the agri and the food space. Innovation/technology transfer cell is another of our initiative, where we know that a lot of technology is getting developed, but it's not necessarily reaching the grassroots level. So through this, we are creating a conduit to ensure that latest technologies reach the startups or the MSMEs. Under our Purna Brahma magazine, we just launched the first one on Guru Purnima on 23rd July. It will be a quarterly magazine with a lot of technical articles in it. We'll also have other things under this brand, where 3 other things will be launched shortly. 2 are e-booklets on schemes of Northeast as well as schemes of Uttarakhand. We had a couple of interns from those areas who are doing their masters at TISS, who have done a really good job. And we have also done a survey, and we'll be releasing a white paper on 10 most popular schemes and initiatives launched by the central government and the awareness level at MSME level. You'll soon hear about those launches also. We have created forward linkages for a lot of our MSMEs. We are also in talks with a lot of foreign bodies. They want to conduct MOUs with us. And as you can see, a lot of these activities, including the women's cell headed by Arpita, I think she's also here today, is also doing a lot of work in this space across the MSME segment. And like I said, and I'm not going to read out each and everything, but we have around 50 plus webinars and 5,000 plus views. 5,000 plus people had attended it live, and more than 1,100 YouTube subscribers as we talk. And obviously these, I can share the PPT if anybody wants. But some of our recent developments and ongoing work is we are almost close to signing the MOU with MCED, which is the entrepreneurship development arm or under the industries ministry at government of Maharashtra. So we'll be conducting EDP programs with them. We're also in talks with a lot of banks, colleges, universities to run these kind of entrepreneurship development programs. Recently, we are also conducting student internship trainings. Around 200 students are interning / getting trained with us on a weekly basis. Like I said, we have started the ODOP, One District, One Product sessions online through YouTube Live every day, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We are also conducting training programs for the Bachat Guts, self-help groups for Village State Transformation Foundation, MCDC, MSAMB. So these are all government agencies. So we are partnering with them to upgrade the overall product quality, the labeling, branding, as well as the pricing of the Bachat Gut products. And like I said, the learning platform should also be available shortly. We partner with a lot of different associations like AFST Mumbai, NetProFan, as well as Entra-O2, All India Food Processors Association. So our events are generally free to their members as well, and their events are also free or subsidized to our members. So that's another benefit of probably some of your new members here. So probably you will know more that these are the benefits that you will get. We have also our chamber office in BKC, which can be used for free for team meetings or client meetings in case you don't have any presence in Mumbai. Like I said, some of the achievements we have had is 250 plus food startups are being mentored, handheld, and being helped to reach the next level through our ecosystem. 15 plus startups have pitched, and like I said, a couple of them have already gotten funded the term sheet, and in fact the money has also been transferred. Through buyer seller meet, we are trying to create the forward linkages for our members. Through technology transfer, like I said, fruit vegetable processing, dehydration, turmeric processing, fruit winery, a lot of these technologies have been transferred all the way to many startups across India. Probably most of you are aware of the membership fees and all that, so I'm not going to discuss that. But anyways, thank you for listening to me. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to reaching out to any of our core team members or to me. These are my coordinates, email address, as well as phone number. So thank you everybody for listening patiently to the things that the chamber has been doing. And I'm very happy that Samunati Finance and two of their AVPs have joined us here today and talk about their journey, their products, and how they can especially help our SME entrepreneurs in the food and agri space. So with this, I introduce Ravi Shirsagarji, who has vast experience. I think he has worked with PhD chamber before and comes with a agri as well as IIT Kharagpur, no sir? IIT Kharagpur background, and very active in lot of spaces, including I think he runs a couple of groups of jobs and all that. So I've known Raviji for almost, I think, 3-4 years now, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So welcome to him as well as to Nupurji, who is also part of Samunati Finance. And I'll hand it over to them, and they can take it forward and talk about their company as well as what are the products that some of our startups can benefit from.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening to all of you. First of all, thank you so much, Leleji and your team, to organizing this event. Actually, it's better to connect personally, but considering the COVID situation, at least we thought we at least have the initial round of discussion with all the members. One of my colleagues, Nupur, is also there in this call. So, as a personal introduction, I am basically an IITian from the agriculture hardcore background and IFT, and last 14-15 years into the exchange and PhD Chamber of Commerce. But more than 3 years, I am with the Samunati also. So we will just like to give what are the products we are available with the Samunati, what Samunati is doing, what Samunati Agro is having the working in the agriculture space. So Samunati, as like a word suggests, is a Sanskrit word. Samu means the overall and Unnati means development. So overall development of the community or the farming community. So Anil Kumar SG, who is a founder member, he is ex-banker, ICICI, and like more than 25 years of experience, and then he started this as an NBFC. So Samunati is not much old; it's seven years old organization, but we are not much visible, but very deeply rooted in the system, I will say. our head office is Chennai. We started our operation with like financing in the dairy sector and like going expanding. We have started funding in working capital to the agriculture industry, processing industry, even the exporters, traders, even the agriculture startups also. So right now we are having more presence more than 22 states. We are having full-fledged offices in like MP, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Orissa, and all the states like. And employee strength is also more than 600 plus right now. So if you talk about the only the products, so we are having a trade finance, bill discounting. We are doing the like ARF also. We have recently started the Horeca segment also. So Nupur will cover that. What are the different products available with us in terms of the, especially for the MSME organizations or startup. In terms of the number, we are crossing like more than 7,000 crores of disbursement in terms of finance. Samunati Agro also crossed more than 3,000 crores of trading till date. If you talk about the Samunati agro operations, so we are working with more than 700 FPOs. Our vision of the Samunati is basically to let the market work for the smallholder farmers and for the FPOs. So we are not helping only in terms of the finance. We are going 2-3 steps down actually in the like a value chain. We are helping in terms of the market linkage. We are helping in terms of the capacity building. We are helping in terms of the exposure visit. We are helping in terms of the availing the government scheme for them. Like for example, we are, if you talk about only Maharashtra, so here I am working with the Bajaj Foundation in Wardha, I am working with Reliance Foundation, I am working with Tata Trust in Amravati and Akola district, right? So we are working with the watershed organization, which is Aurangabad and Jalna. So we have given a finance of 10 lakh rupees to the FPOs for like doing the input shops and running the output business, but we have also helped in terms of the setting up the procurement center for the ADM. So we are going like from finance to the market linkage and market linkage to the capacity building. During the COVID also, we had organized a couple of Zoom training for them, like how they can file the GST and how their board of directors should work or something like that. So in terms of the opportunity, like we are here to explore the opportunity. What are the different financial products available us? Samunati Agro, I'm happy to share with you, like we are having a different teams. We are having a commodity team also and the FNB team also. We are already supplier for this like ADM, Bunge, Cargill for all the commodity like soybean, pulses, tur, chana. And for FNB also, we are supplier for this modern retail like Big Basket, Grofers, more. So from Samunati Finance, we are ready to extend any kind of financial help you require as per your requirement. And Samunati Agro, that is also possibility, okay, whatever your business is there. So Samunati Agro can also become your supplier in terms of the commodity or the FNB. So this is the kind of like a broad agenda to have a discussion with you and like all people with you. So in terms of the foundation also, we have recently registered Samunati Foundation. We are very closely working with a couple of government, like government of Maharashtra, we are working on the Mavim project. They're having more than 1.5 lakhs SAG. So we have given a finance to them. We are preparing the business plan. We are working on this magnet project, which is recently like sanctioned to the government of Maharashtra. We are already doing the implementation of Bill Gates Melinda Foundation projects in 5 states. So there are a couple of initiatives we are doing to this government also. Our focus is basically we are working on the AMLA approach, AMALA. We call it as like a aggregation, market linkage, and the advisory. So this is the approach we are using in terms of the FPOs and the farmer. In terms of the startup only, last year, Dr. Ramesh Chand sir had inaugurated the Samaramba platform for us. And like we have also actively engaged with more than 160 startup till date now in terms of the finance also and in terms of the other facility also. Recently, we have launched the Agri Network platform also for the FPOs. Like it's a one-stop solution for the FPOs in terms of market linkage, in terms of financing. So we are giving a blanket, like in principle approval for the FPOs for the 5 lakhs rupees, and they can utilize for like any purpose. It's a completely online process. They can submit the documentation and they will get the sanction. They can utilize for the input purpose also and the output purpose also. So these are the different activity like we are doing in terms of the agriculture value chain, in terms of the agriculture also, food processing also, along with the startups also. So I will ask the Nupur like which are the different financial products available with us, so she can explain in detail.
Thanks, Ravi. Thank you, Nilesh, for organizing this. I think I can see there are a lot of members who have joined, so there's a good community here. And so I think we are very, very aligned with the chamber in terms of the motto, as you mentioned that you want to take the MSMEs and SMEs to the next level. So even Samunati wants to take all the agri value chain players to the next level. We say how we can make them operate at a higher equilibrium through our solutions. So as Ravi explained, we have an NBFC arm which is called Samunati Finance, and under that we have a subsidiary company which is Samunati Agro. which is into trading. So I will take you through what all products we do in Sammunnati Finance first, and then I'll talk about Agri. So typically we work on a value chain model. So because we work on a value chain model, we look at the strength of the transactions rather than following the traditional approach of a bank who look at the only the balance sheets or who look at collateral for funding. We don't do that. We look at the transactions between a buyer and supplier. If the transaction is strong, we can fund it. So one product which we do is a typical bill discounting product, where a supplier who is supplying to a stronger buyer, we can discount the invoices for the supplier. The payment can be made immediately to the supplier, and then we recover it from the buyer. We can do a working capital short-term loan, which could in terms of tenor, it can go up to a 2-year kind of loan. Then we do dealer financing. If there is a company, typically a good company with a good balance sheet, and they have a dealer network, and where they see that the dealers usually find there is a working capital gap and they need funds immediately. So taking a call on the balance sheet of the parent entity, we can do a dealer finance for the dealers. Then in the Horeca segment, we have recently started funding through delivery partners. Let's say the restaurant is supplying through a delivery partner like Swiggy or Zomato. We can provide a blanket kind of loan, a short, it could go up to 2 years, a small ticket size loan up to 50 lakhs and odd. And the repayment happen through the escrows which come in from Swiggy or Zomato. So that is one more model which we are working on. Then on the from the agro, there are two things which we do. One we call a bill to ship to model. Basically, it's a trade model, again to manage the working capital of the supplier or the buyer. So let's say there is a supplier who is supplying goods worth rupees 1 lakh to ITC. Now the payment terms with ITC would be that ITC will make payment in 15 days. But the supplier wants the payment immediately. There could be two reasons. One is to take benefit of the cash discount, and second could be to manage the working capital, which can be further rotated to buy further commodities. So in that case, the invoicing can be routed through Sammunnati Agro, while the goods are shipped directly to the buyer. So that is why we call it bill to ship to. So bill to Sammunnati Agro, but ship to the buyer. So basis the confirmation of goods received from the buyer, we can make immediate payment to the supplier. It's like on the day 0 itself, we make that payment. So this is one solution. As Ravi mentioned, we do market linkages. So under the same model, we do market linkages. If there are FPOs who want to go to the market, they want to supply to corporates directly rather than taking a route of a broker in between, we provide that facility, which we call as market linkage. Again, billing happens through us, but supply happens directly to a corporate. Because we have a good number of agri enterprises and corporates in our books, we can facilitate that also. Then there is one more product which we have recently started. It is kind of a warehouse finance, but doesn't work like a warehouse receipt finance. Here, what we do is, let's say a processing unit wants to procure wheat, and during the season time, and they want to stock it for, let's say 3 months to 6 months to manage the processing requirement. So we can procure the commodity from the supplier recommended by the buyer itself. We procure it on behalf of the buyer, store it in a warehouse which would be identified by us, and the buyer can make payment and lift the goods as and when they require within the given timelines. So this is how the STF product operates. Then as Ravi mentioned, that we do have solutions for startups as well. So we have a platform which is called Samaram. There any startup in the agro and food space, they can go register themselves, provide all the information. They can select what kind of solution or facility they require from Samunnati. Under that, we do advisory, we do finance, and we do solution deployment. So out of these three, whatever type of help a startup requires, they can go and register there, and our team will support. So very briefly, these are the products which we do. I don't want to bore you much with all these products because I'm sure the general banking products you all would be aware. But if there are any questions with respect to these, we are happy to take it.
Addition to that, I will say like there are a couple of startups. If I take the name like a Technify, so they are doing a trading of dry foods. So they are supplying to the Big Basket and Grover, but Big Basket also make the payment after 45 days. But for the especially for the startups, like you have to do a sourcing, you have to do the packaging, delivery, and like after a couple of weeks you will get the payment. So on the basis of PO also we are given like a 20 lakhs rupees, 30 lakhs rupees to them, like, and they can utilize this fund. So there are multiple products with us. And again, as a NBFC, like we are open to customize the product also as per your requirement. We are not a typical banker. Okay, this much amount only we can go for. We can do the hypothecation is completely unsecured loan. Documentation will be on the minimum side, and like we will try to disbursement as soon as possible. Like it will not take a much time because we always used to say we are not like giving the only the finance. We are like giving as a parachute. Like when you require, when you are falling down, maybe you are having some access from the Binance, you are having some credit limit from the bank. But apart from that, like if you want some other funds, so we are there actually for that. So this is the like all about Samunnati. And as I said, like it's not like a kind of webinar. So I just wanted to keep it interactive. You are having any requirement or like you're looking for anything or if you're having any questions, so please go ahead. Not an issue.
Thank you very much, Raviji and Nupurji. I think what I understood, bill discounting is definitely one pain point that a lot of suppliers have because some of their bigger customers 30, 60, 90 days. Though you did mention PO funding, so that I think caught my ears even more because some startups do face issue with they have a purchase order in hand, but generally they don't have funds to actually process that PO. So can you explain more on that?
So I will tell you one of the startup, I will not disclose the name here. He is a basically equipment manufacturer. So he got the order to supply the equipments, Makhana and like other equipments to the state government and some of the universities. So there is an agreement, okay, like after 3 months, they will make the payment or after like, so for that PO also, and like there is already, he's having some amount and like he required some other amount in some of the manufacturing, like for that particular duration. So there we are giving some kind of credit. Like as I mentioned, Technify. So they are already having the business with the like a Big Basket, but Big Basket is making a payment after 45 days. So they are already having orders from other buyers also, right? So on the existing, like we always like say that we consider the like social capital and the trade capital. So he's already in the market, he's already doing the business. He got some other like orders from the other buyer. So there also we are ready to take a little bit risk. Okay, we are already having the association with you. So on that particular order also, like we are extending the working capital to them.
Okay. Basically, Nilesh, just to add to it, wherever we see that there is some certainty in terms of cash flows, we can explore taking some risk there.
But bill discounting, you are taking a call on the buyer, right? Here, yes. When you are doing PO funding, you will have to take a call on the that particular SME or startup also.
Yes, absolutely.
Nilesh, can I have one question?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. What will be the average percentage of financing, overall financing, short-term finance or long-term finance? What will be the average calculated rate for individuals, particularly entrepreneurs?
So it's again vary because as we are an NBFC and like we are also like having a funding from the equity. So for FPOs, it's on the much lower side, like 13 to 14% also depend upon the what kind of FPOs and like for how many members they have. In terms of the entrepreneurs and like startups, it's ranging from like a 17, 18% up to the 22% also. Like what kind of risk is there, how much amount they're looking for, what is the credit period. So we consider all that parameters and then like we figure out the interest rate.
Okay, yeah. But is there any sort of consortium with the other finance company?
Yeah, recently there is a circular from the RBI also, like joint lending by the bank and the NBFC. So a couple of clients we are working on that. It's basically joint lending, the bank and the Samunati. But that's also very initial, so like only couple of cases process in that. But they are like if it is a possibility to reduce in terms of the interest rate.
So, sir, we have done one co-lending with one of the bankers. We do have one arrangement.
Now, why I ask that? Because after taking finance facility from your organization, if somebody gets finance from other sources, so how can it be resorted to or adjusted to? Can the person before the terms he can repay the finance, whatever loan?
Yeah, I got your point. So it's completely on the daily basis. Like even if there is an arrangement for the 60 days and you make the payment within 40 days, so only that 40 days like the interest rate will be applicable. So that is the kind of flexibility.
Okay.
And sir, typically we don't charge a prepayment penalty. Oh, usually it is not there.
Yeah. Thank you.
And majority of your products are uncollateralized, non-collateralized, yes, without collateral?
Yes. Majority, like I would say 99% it is non-collateralized only.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent presentation, Ravi. Congratulations for organizing such a wonderful program with Leji.
Yes, sir.
I just see there are many of the existing companies are there. They are having order in hand, 50 crore, 100 crore. Some are small, having a 2 crores order in hand, right, and they are short of working capital. They already raised some funds from the bank. Besides that, do you have such a provision to finance them 2 crore, 3 crore? And what collateral security you will just ask for that? Orders are in hands. Such many companies are coming up for that. And what are you following? What procedures you are following? What is the checklist and how much time you take it?
So in terms of like, I will put it in a different way. Finance is a very important dot in the whole ecosystem. Actually, if you talk about the agriculture or the food, right? You are the processor, you are exporter, you are a trader, or like, but that a finance dot, everyone has to go it. Maybe you are putting that capital from your pocket. Maybe you are taking it from the bank. And again, it's like a seasonal activity. You are having order in hand, so there is order in hand. So you have to arrange the working capital. Maybe you are having some limit from the bank, but it is not required. Especially in the agriculture, it's again a seasonal activity. So soybean will come in the kharif, so in the kharif. So you have to rotate that money. There is a beautiful, like, how many times you will rotate the money, you will make more money, right? So we are there, like you are having a business, how much you are doing the business right now. In terms of the like audited financial, we will check the like a CIBIL for your board members, like what are the other loan you are having, what kind of other business, other source of income you are having. In terms of the documentation, is not a long list, hardly like a 10-12 documents list is there, which is again vary as per the product to product. So I cannot like explain for this is the exact document list. It generally varies for startups and like a processors and like FPOs. So it again depends, but it's not a long list. Like you can complete in a short time, and you may be already having that kind of things also. And as I said earlier, also if you are having some limit from the bank, that is okay. But whatever the, apart from that, you require the money. So there we are actually.
I'm talking about this engineering companies, those who are having the orders in hands, not agriculture products.
Right.
And they're supplying to the reported, some are exporting that products also completely. In that situations, I'm talking in that actually.
So we are a little bit cautious in terms of the long-term loan actually, right? But
not
again, we can...
Not long term. What is the period of durations you give?
No, even like some of the people, they wanted to create a warehouse, so it's went up to the 1 year also, right? So it again depends like at what rate and like how much kind of arrangement you are having with the buyer, like so when the payment is expected, something like that. We can go for a term loan, like not an issue, like 1 year, 1.5 years.
Kamble sir, there one restriction is that Samunati focuses on food and agri. So unless, but there are other NBFCs also, and we can talk about it offline. But Samunati's primary focus, because they also have a commodity arm. So actually, there is a lot of synergy that can be done. I mean, Samunati can actually be a buyer. Samunati Agro, right? What is that arm? Who can actually be?
Samunati Agro Solutions.
Can actually be a buyer to the products that MSMEs are making.
Okay. What is the limit actually? What maximum extent you can finance?
So we
Any
can
limit for
start
that?
with the minimum 10 lakhs to the multiple CR also. So that is not an issue. Yeah.
Maximum. I'm talking maximum.
So we have done up to 20 CR as well.
Okay.
So if it's a good company, we do those ticket size.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So
Right.
basically, sir, anything related to agri. Now, if you're talking about engineering company, if they are making equipments which go in the agri space, we can. But if it goes for something else, then we would not be able to do it, because as a company, we have a charter to look at only agri and food space. So just to give you an example, which I give to a lot of people so that you have some context. Let's say there is a rubber supplier who is supplying rubber to a tire company. So the rubber is a natural rubber. So we can fund for that transaction where the tire company is procuring natural rubber. But I cannot fund for their sales where they are selling tire. But I can fund for their procurement where natural rubber is involved. So we need to have some link to the agri and food space, basically.
So addition to that, I will say anybody who is working in the agriculture and food value chain or using that product, so he can be our client for that.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Yes. Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, sir, please.
Sir, just like you are funding for agriculture,
right,
and agriculture products, are you funding for the food and or food industry or dietary supplement or nutraceuticals, especially the working capital?
Yeah. We have, like, as I said, we are working with the Jain irrigation also. We have good amount of working capital funding to the Jain irrigation. They're basically into the food processing. They're supplying this mango pulp to the PepsiCo. So there we are giving the working capital. So we are agriculture and food, even the startups who are working in this segment. So we are open in that case.
In food, I am clearly asking about nutraceuticals and dietary supplements.
So, sir, in dietary supplements, if the commodity which is going in is a agri commodity, that is a natural commodity, let's say turmeric is being added or some sort of commodity, maybe a grain is added, for that leg, yes. But if it is chemical based, we cannot.
Most of the food products, they are chemical based, no?
Correct. So
they are mostly just like protein powder and all that.
So
they
if it's
are mostly
plant based. For plant based, sir, we can, but chemicals we cannot. To answer it very simply.
So whatever the inputs which are coming from the agriculture, there we can make a payment to a supplier, but not a payment to, like, who is non-agri supplier to something like that.
I think Vinayji, you give the exact case for you. I think your thing can get funded here. Let us not get into agri, chemical, this, that. What is it? Where you need funding? Either you need for purchase of something, or after sale you want bill discounting.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So you are selling to whom? Are you selling to, let's say, the likes of a DMart or a Big Basket or any of these guys, or to any large distributors, or?
Even to the we are supplying to the hospitals also. So because most of the food products are from agriculture source only, most of the food products, but especially in case of protein powder or nutraceuticals or dietary supplements, strictly they cannot be categorized as agriculture products, strictly. Because all the vitamins and all the proteins, and they are from the agriculture source only.
So, sir, I think we can look at it. We can, if we can find a link to agri, we can look at it. Okay, depending on which side you have the requirement, we can connect, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Nilesh sir, I have a query. This side Aarti Vyas.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, actually I am a doctor and I am entering into a startup. My question is with Mr. Vinay Omkar only. So if I am coming with some products which are herbal based or food nutraceuticals. So what would be the eligibility criteria for an entrepreneur?
Madam, when you talk about eligibility for the entrepreneur, means you want to be a trader or you want to be a manufacturer?
Manufacturer. So if I'm expecting funding from Samunnati like that, so what eligibility criteria they are looking? Because we will be starting on, this will be our first stage into manufacturing. So is there any eligibility I have to look after, or because every accelerator, they are having their own norms?
Right.
So before Raviji answers, maybe I'll take this liberty to answer. See, when you start your own, you need some funds. So typically you can go for a debt funding or an equity funding, right?
Yes.
Equity funding is through maybe your friends, families, or those HNIs, like typically what we keep hearing in the newspaper, right? They come in, they give you funds and they take some percentage equity from you. From my understanding, Samunnati does not do equity funding per se, right? So you have to view them as a debt funding. Debt is basically they fund you, you'll have to repay principal plus interest back, right? Effectively. Right. And debt funding, again, you can go to typical banks, so nationalized banks, cooperative banks, other banks. Those banks typically will ask you for collateral, and they will have their own ways of looking at things. Now, what happens is a lot of SMEs where they get stuck post starting of the business is their working capital cycle gets stuck, right? Because you have to maybe pay advance, you have to make the product and then again sell on credit. So that whole cycle of 60 days, 90 days is where typically a lot of startups or SMEs, they get stuck. And if you go to a nationalized bank, again, they will ask for collateral or they will use inventory and all those things. So that's where NBFCs, which are basically non-banking financial corporations, so they are like banks, but they still are not having a banking license and they're not doing exactly like banking, but a lot of the products are banking related. And that's why, and Raviji can correct me, but that's where they come in, where it is non-collateral, without collateral, and for a short period, 30 days, 60 days. And I think most of the products are 3 years or less. In fact, I think Nupurji mentioned 1 year only. So this Samunnati or other NBFC options should be viewed as a short term, where you're getting stuck in the working capital kind of a flow, and probably banking option will have much more paperwork and collateral and this and margin and so many other roadblocks. Because also understand NBFC option is slightly expensive compared to the typical banking option. So you should be familiar that you cannot say why 13%. Yes, because they are taking a risk on you. They are taking it, they are giving you uncollateralized. So they are obviously going to ask for a higher return. So that, I think, hopefully should clear most of your doubts in your mind. And Raviji and Nupur can add if I have misquoted anything on your behalf, for sure.
No, you mentioned exactly. We are not giving a finance on your idea. Once you start the business, you are doing something business, and then you require the fund, then we are there. NBFC, we are systematically important NBFC to the RBI as per the a disbursement. We are also eligible for a banking license. And in terms of the working capital, as you are thinking for the startup, I will say working capital is something like a blood running in the body. If it is stuck somewhere, part will not work, it will be paralysis. So you should be very focused that working capital should work properly. That cash flow should be happen regular basis, because there is a cycle, 60 days, 90 days. So where you are stuck in that process and you have to make the immediate payment to your supplier, or you are getting a delay payment from your buyer. So there we are to help you in that case. Right?
Actually, sir, we have bootstrapped our startup, and if I'm most precisely, then we need the funding for the research project for if I'm working with the healthcare products. So at this stage, if I need some funding, then may I come to Samunnati like NBFC, or they have the only other option not for the research category, or these research will be connected with food and nutraceuticals?
So in terms of the Samaramba platform, we are having a different teams also. So from the Samaramba platform, where extensively we are helping in terms of the FPO for doing the pilots also on with the FPOs and the farmers, and extensive help we are going. So there we can think about it, how in your research we can help extensively. Finance side, okay, once you do some business and then we can take a call. but completely only the funding for the research purpose, that is like little bit impossible. But from Samarambha side, startup side, we can explore that option, like how we can help in that way.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think Samunati also runs a lot of competitions and all that. I know few have won,
Yes.
and I think 5 lakhs to, I don't know what the upper limit is. Prize money is given out, so that is also some option you should look. But try to understand, they're a bank only. They're not like an equity where they're not going to fund an idea. They're not going to fund an R&D. They want to see the cash flows. You have a challenge with managing the inflow and outflow. That gap can be filled with the products that Samunati is offering.
So we may need to complete 2 to 3 financial years maybe with a project, and then maybe we can connect with such NBFC platforms.
And not like 2-3 financial year also not required. Like 6 months is also okay. You already have the transaction with that particular buyer, everything is on place, and like payment on the hand happen on time. So we can take a call in that case. That is the plus point with the like NBFC.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Like typical banks will ask for 3-year financials, will ask for collateral. So those hurdles are something that will be reduced in the case of NBFC. Anybody else? Tamu sir, I think I see you again unmuted, or anybody else?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Mansi.
So I've just started in the food processing sector for millet-based pasta. But right now, manufacturing, I have outsourced it to one of the pasta manufacturers. So your funding, can I avail it for marketing and branding phase, or only when I plan to put up my own manufacturing unit? So which of the activities can I approach you for?
So Mansi, see, as we told, we are a working capital lender. Right now, working capital, you might require to either procure something, you might require to manage your marketing cost, you might require to manage your labor cost. It could be anything, but it has to be your working capital. Now, let's say you are spending on marketing, but you see that the returns are going to come in soon, and your marketing cost is not that huge. Yes, we can do that. So we can give you a short-term loan, which could be for your working capital purposes, anything in the working capital. But we should have some visibility on your cash flows so that we know that the loan can be repaid with your inflows which are going to come in. So that's the only requirement for us, that we have visibility on cash flows.
Yeah, as Nilesh sir mentioned right now that even 6 months, Ravi sir mentioned, 6 months of cash flow you need to see at least, and not 3 years like a bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nilesh sir also mentioned that somewhere competitions, you do hold competitions. So like the prize money being 5 lakhs and above. So where can I get information for that?
Mansi, you can follow us on LinkedIn. So we do tie-ups with a lot of accelerators or institutes who are in startup space. We recently did one with Manage. So you can follow us on LinkedIn. We keep posting everything there. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody else? So do you also structure as a term loan, or most of your products are structured as a working capital?
So Nilesh, we do structure term loan, but as we said, term loan can not exceed 3 years. That is the maximum. Like banks, we cannot do a 5-year or 7-year kind of loan. Max to max, it goes to 3 years.
And probably without moratorium also.
Yes.
Okay.
So anybody having any doubt or question, like you can ask, not an issue. Even right now also you are having requirement, or like you are struggling, or any problem you are facing, so we can discuss, not an issue. And we both are based in Mumbai, so even like we can meet also sometime.
I'll just type in my coordinates.
Yeah, sure. Both of you.
Can I ask one query?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Sir.
So yours is a non-banking financial corporation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Your financial institute is a non-banking financial corporation.
NBFC.
So in this particular case, collateral guarantee is needed, like banking? No.
No, sir. We do non-collateralized.
Acha, your collateral guarantee is not needed by NBFC, like any other.
So, sir, basically all NBFCs work with different set of rules and regulations. But for us in our charter, we typically do unsecured loans. So we don't take collateral security. Yes, we do take personal guarantee of the promoter directors, but not collateral security.
You take the personal guarantee of
yes,
director and managing director and directors.
Yes, yes.
Like that.
Yes, personal guarantee.
And you personal guarantee. And you are mostly, what I could understand from this seminar is, you are mostly financing for working capital.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You have picked it up right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Sunil here. I'm Sunil here.
Hi, sir.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
One of my friend is running a grain store in Worli, and he has an agreement in place for the shop. He is running the grain store for more than 1.5 years, but he do not have his ITR filed for 2 years or 3 years last, and he needs some working capital around 2 to 3 lakhs rupees. He is a good business who doing around 2 to 3 lakhs rupees sales per month. And I can give him I can stand a guarantee for him from my personal account. So can we get a working capital for that gentleman? Is it possible to help him out?
It's a typical case of the deviation. Actually, only one or two documents is missing, and like it's because of the genuine reason. So we can take that kind of deviation. But again, like what are the other source of income and like how much is the risk in that particular case? So accordingly, we can take a call on this.
Okay, Raviji, I'll get in touch with you.
Hi, this is Devika from Kokand Bazaar. Can I ask a question?
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Right. So just to give a background of what Kokand Bazaar is a concept food and foodware kitchen related store based in Dadar, Mumbai. And we are a retail store with 90% of our products being from the agri background, right? The three main pillars of our business from whom we procure and retail our products are farmers, women entrepreneurs, right? And some of the products are our own niche products, which we manufacture in our manufacturing unit. Now, what we are looking to do is develop us from one flagship store that we have and increase our retail space. So in order to multiply our retail space, grow that, obviously we require support on various fronts. To start with, let's say, buck up or enlarge our manufacturing unit and the entire project that we have for our manufacturing in order to sustain the growth and get into the larger volumes. And second, maybe how do we take care of the consolidated unit that we have, and thereby eventually how do we grow, how do we diversify into more retail spaces. So while we so both me and my husband Sanjay Khadapkar represent this store here and are on this platform, thanks to Mr. Nilesh Lele. While there are many questions and a lot of information that's coming from you guys also, to start with, this is my first question, that we are into the retail space with 90% of agri-based products. We want to grow. What kind of support and suggestions and advice can we get from this group?
Thank you for your question. So Devika, do you have contracts with your farmers, or is it like one time you procure from a farmer, then next time you procure from some other farmer?
So it's not one time, nor do we have a documented per se contract with them, but these are ongoing, basis the repo and like a spot contract kind of a thing that we do with some of them. And it's an ongoing procurement and sourcing that we do it from them.
Okay. So to take a further call, we will have to understand how is your balance sheet, what is your top line, what kind of revenues you have. So if you are comfortable, we can discuss here, or maybe we can do a separate call to understand more on that.
So maybe we could do a one-on-one call in terms of,
Sure.
So maybe what I can request here is a list of prerequisites that will be required to, for you all to understand the entire business, the nuances, and then we could go from there. But definitely a lot of support, and I'm sure a lot of thoughts would be coming our way, right, from this group.
Right. So yeah, we can connect one-on-one. Probably I will understand more about your business and the kind of risk profile. So, and then we take a call. Yeah.
Sure, Nupur. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
Last, one more question, please.
No problem, sir. Go ahead.
Dr. Vinay Deshmukh here. We are agriculture-based products manufacturing unit, and in the past we exported to the UAE, and we are exporting various agricultural products to the UAE. In that particular case, for the export-oriented unit, and if we hire the working capital from you, is there any special, can you consider as a special case with reference to interest part and the period also?
I will say in terms of the exporters, we are also a little bit cautious taking that call, taking that proposal. But we will stick having like a kind of ECGS insurance and other things are in place. Then after the one-to-one discussion, I think it's better to like what are the domestic business, how much domestic business you are doing, and like how much exposure in terms of the export. So then we can take a call in this actually.
Insurance part and all that, we generally merchant, even the merchant exporter will take care.
Okay. So how much you are doing in terms of the domestic business, or it's completely like export only?
Export oriented. 20% only in domestic market, 80% in the international market.
And like how much transaction happened like with the same buyer from last couple of years or so. So once we will get the details, I think we can connect one-to-one, and then we can take a call on this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Nupur, Mr. Ravi, can I ask one more question related?
Yeah, please.
Sure.
So while I do understand that there are prerequisites which will be needed to understand, what I also wanted to understand to start with is if you want to grow our retail store, right, have multiple retail stores, will this group be able to help us, and how would that be? So whether funding would be possible is the question that I have.
So for funding, again, as I said, we would have to understand the risk profile which we are looking at. See, as we told now, if you want to open new stores, there is a capex which would be involved, is my guess, right? So for capex, as we mentioned, we are typically a working capital lender. But if there is something which comes as a deal that we do partially capex and then partially for working capital, then that is something which we can look at. But again, in that case, we would look at some strong cash flows, which should be there to support the loan, because we are doing it non-collateralized, right? So there is nothing for us to fall back on. So cash flows is only something which we would look at. So if we know, let's say, while you have your own retail store, but let's say you are also retailing through Amazon, or you are selling to Big Basket, and Big Basket is stocking it there, and Big Basket is procuring from you. So we know that, okay, minimum these many orders would be there every month. So for those transactions, yes, we can fund. I can give you a term loan and recover through that. or we do a bill discounting there. So basically, see, in any transaction, we look at least one of the parties, either the supplier or the buyer should be strong, should have some credit worthiness on which we can take a call. If the supplier is not strong, then yes, we know the buyer is a stronger entity and they would make the payment within the given timeline. They would not default. So there is at least one entity in the entire transaction which we look at who is strong. Yeah, so that is something which we would look at. But if you are, do you procure from anyone like Jumbo Tail? Any idea? They work with a lot of Kirana stores.
No, we don't. These are absolutely we procure one-on-one from the farmers, and there are no middlemen, or there is no consolidation, agency or anyone in between. So I'm not sure what Jumbo Tails is, but I would definitely look that up.
So but now
directly the farmer.
So where you are procuring from farmer, let's say now your payment terms would be farmer needs immediate cash while you are not able to do that. So if your balance sheet supports, or if there is a clear-cut, contract between you and the farmer, what we can do is we can come in between. We can make payment to the farmer on your behalf, and you can pay to us after an agreed credit period. So that could be one way of structuring the working capital support.
Okay. Yeah. So I think things like these is what I want to, that these.
Yeah. So that's what after.
Small, but these,
Yeah. So after understanding more about your business, we can come up with different structures, or probably since we have so many farmers, we can connect you directly to some farmer. So it could probably help you with better pricing. It could help you with some credit terms. We don't know. So we can try to look at various options.
Devika ji, addition to that, I will suggest, like, apart from the finance discussion, if you are having like a particular set of farmer from which you are buying, so it's better to go with the kind of contract with them. Try to register an FPO also, like maybe your other farmer producer organization. If they are going the same kind of commodity from the same village or the block, so try to register FPO, farmer producer organization. There you will get so many subsidies and like so many other government scheme you can avail from the bank and even from the RBI and like SFSC and the Ministry of Agriculture, MOPP, Ministry of Food Processing, because there are a number of schemes from the Ministry of Food Processing also for this backward and forward market linkage. But there should be like FPO registration. So that farmer group you can register as a FPO or FIG, and there you can avail this all kind of schemes. And in case of NBFCs and bank, our comfort level also more if you're like having a kind of registered entity as your supplier, right? Rather than the individual farmer. If you think from my point of view, when I'm giving a finance, there is a risk involved. Right. So if that risk on the lower side, then I'm a little bit open to like extend that limit or enhance that amount. So that is the thing. I think you should take that approach going ahead. Yeah.
Sure, Raviji. This helps. Yes. Definitely connect separately as well, so that we could have more inputs from you.
Thanks, Devika.
Just a follow-up question on your LinkedIn page.
Yeah.
Is it Samunnati Financial Intermediation and Services, Chennai?
Yes. So that's the one. I will post a link for others.
Yeah, that is better. Anyone having any question or doubt, like we can discuss. It's like a completely open direction we can do. Or even from the Samunnati Agro, like we are supplier for this all commodities and FNBs. All this modern retail and the processors, so more than like a 22 districts, 22 states. So they're also like any opportunity you're looking for, we are there.
I wanted to add one more thing. I don't think Devika mentioned about it. Their store Kokand Bazaar is very famous actually, started by her mother-in-law at Shivaji Park under the Sena Bhavan. So anybody who's in Mumbai should probably knows about it and should definitely visit. It's one of the very famous Kokand products store in Mumbai. Inside, like in the Sena Bhavan building, right, bang opposite to Shivaji Park or Raghav Gadkari Chowk. Yes. And her mother-in-law has done a lot of good work at grassroots level. I visited their unit in Karla. They have a lot of bachat guts and they're doing a lot of work in spices. I think even those fruits like jamun and karwanda and all that.
Yes. Yes, Nilesh, very much so. Thank you for sharing that. And look
Sure.
forward for anyone of here in the group who would want to drop in at our store.
Anybody else? Otherwise, 5:08 we are at, and all of discussions can happen offline. The whole idea is to have a shorter, smaller group so that more in one-to-one interactions can happen.
Thank you so much to all of you for giving your time. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hi. So sorry, I joined late. I was searching for a network and finally I was able to. We are actually a startup in fisheries. We are also part of this national winner of Samunnati Manage Award 2021. Our startup name is SN Systems. So we have just recently started interaction with Ashish Pandey from Samunnati regarding the Samaram program, etc. So I just wanted to understand a little bit more about the discussion that happened today, that whether it is correlated with Samaram or it is something, some other part of Samunnati, some other horizontal or vertical. And if there can be some different kind of synergy that can happen with this group. So basically our business model in very short, I would say, that we are into contract farming. We are setting up indoor fish aquaculture farm, intensive aquaculture farm. So specifically, we are developing farms at 1,000 square feet area, which will yield equivalent to couple of lakhs square feet land. So it's for the smallholder farmers, semi-urban micro entrepreneurs. And we have a couple of such aggregated farmers and micro entrepreneurs who are looking to set up the farm. And we are also willing to set up a kind of a showroom for this kind of farms where people can come in, visit, and it's a live exhibition and people can buy. And for that, we need some working capital so that we have a rich inventory and we don't waste time in serialization of the orders, and rather we work on a parallelized mode. So here, I would like to understand that how this forum could be helpful or it's interesting so that we can discuss further, and how it is correlated with Samaram or it's something else. So these two questions, so if there is any, if you can answer, it would be really great.
Thanks, Mr. Subo. I'm very glad to know that at least in this small group, there is at least one entity who is already connected to Samunnati in some way. So today's discussion is focused more on the overall approach, what Samunnati takes and what Samunnati do, what are our products. So we were just explaining all those. And Samaram is one of the solutions which we give to startups. So I think you are connected to the right vertical in Samunnati, and they are the ones who will guide you. Because if you have already registered there, then the right set of people will reach out to you in terms of your financial requirements. Also, if you need any sort of advisory, we have a very good panel of advisors who have experience of more than 30 years in this space. They come from various backgrounds. There are consultants who have worked in the Northeast. There are consultants who have worked for a long time in ITC. So you will get access to a lot of very good advisors also. So I think you are connected to the right team in Samunnati.
Fantastic. Very happy to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we are almost at 5:15, so maybe we should close. Raviji, I think most of them have got your coordinates.
No problem.
So they can reach to you one-to-one.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leleji and your team, for organizing this event.
Yes.
I'm really happy it's like a more interactive session, and like we both are based in Mumbai, Nupur and me. So I have already shared the connects, or you can get my contact details from the Leleji also. So anybody having the requirement or like anything you are looking for, so we can meet one-to-one also. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Actually, vote of thanks I was supposed to give, but since you have already given, so I would just thank the two of you, Nupurji as well as Ravi. Thank you very much. And we probably will have such more focus groups. Like I said, we restricted it only to our members, and most of them who I know personally were here. And hopefully many of them can connect with you and work with you closely in future. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Nilesh. Thanks for having us. And thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you, Nupur.
Sure.
Ravi. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nilesh.